I should never have gone to the theater, then I'd never have come to the country. If I never had come to the country, matters might have stayed as they were. Sir, if she'd only been faded or as blind as a bat, if she'd only been jaded and bursting with chat, if she'd only been perfectly awful, it would have been wonderful. If she'd been all a twitter or elusively cold, if she'd only been bitter or bad or looked passably old, if she'd been covered with glitter, even been covered with mold, it would have been wonderful. But the woman was perfection to my deepest dismay. Well, not quite perfection, I'm sorry to say. If the woman were perfection, she would go away, and that would be wonderful. Sir? If she'd only looked flustered or admitted the worst, if she'd only had blustered or simpered or cursed, if she weren't so awfully perfect, it would have been wonderful. If she tried to be clever, if she started to flinch, if she cried or whatever a woman would do in a pinch, if I'd been certain she never again could be trusted an inch, it would have been wonderful. But the woman was perfection, not an action denied, the kind of perfection I cannot abide. If the woman were perfection, she'd have simply lied, which would have been wonderful. If she'd only been vicious, if she'd acted abused, or a bit too delicious, or been even slightly confused, if she had only been sulky, or bristly, or bulky, or bruised, it would have been wonderful. If she'd only been willful, if she only had fled, or a little less skillful, insulted, insisting, in bed, if she had only been fearful, or married, or tearful, or dead, it would have been wonderful. But the woman was perfection, and the prospects are grim, that love